All right, breaking news coming in. An exclusive report citing U.S. and Israeli sources says that Israel notified U.S. administration in advance of the strikes in Gaza. The ceasefire in Gaza, brokered by U.S. President Donald Trump, came under strain after Israeli airstrikes targeted Hamas in response to attacks on its forces. Israel claimed that Hamas violated the truce and stated that there is a possibility of further strikes, while Hamas accused Israel of fabricating excuses to resume attacks. The two sides remain at a deadlock, with the ceasefire facing continued challenges. Under the truce, Israel returned bodies of 15 Palestinians to Gaza, but the issue of hostage remains contentious. Matthew Vadum, American journalist, is joining us from Washington, D.C. at this point in time. Matthew, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with us. Well, according to a number of geopolitical pundits, there was a lot of pessimism around this truce. Is it, fructifying through, Hamas violating this ceasefire already?
Well, I don't think anyone who's contemplated or spent a lot of time analyzing the nature of Hamas thought that they were going to adhere to the peace pact. They are a bunch of murderous terrorists, and they're not happy when they're not killing people. So they're slaughtering their own citizens right now. Hamas is, and I'm not sure what can be done about it, but I think it goes against, if not the letter of the peace pact, certainly the spirit of the peace pact. They are cracking down. My understanding is they're cracking down on Palestinians, Gazans who are deemed to be disloyal to the Hamas regime, and they are punishing them for collaborating with the Israelis. And this is their terrorist group, Islamist terrorist group, and this is what they do. Now, whether Israel or the United States will get involved, I don't know. Whether this will derail the peace plan, I don't know yet. It's hard to say, but it's not off to a very good start when Hamas is already using such violence against its own people in the wake of the peace pact. So I'm not optimistic. I don't know if they can ever reach a settlement, lasting peace there, unless Hamas is eliminated. And
but Matthew, isn't this what Donald Trump has also vowed to do? That Hamas needs to demilitarize? And even Netanyahu has made this overture over and over again that, all right, these ceasefire talks are fine, but unless Hamas is stripped of its weapons, it's not going to be a very, very optimistic situation.
You're right, but to what extent, what steps are they actually going to take to enforce those words? I don't know. The world is wary of the war in Gaza, and has largely, unfortunately in my view, turned against the state of Israel, and they don't get a lot of support from abroad, just from the United States and a few other allies. So I don't know. They should disarm Hamas. Hamas should give up its weapons, but that is not in the nature of Hamas. Hamas was founded to destroy Israel. And, to think that they're just going to sign a piece of paper and suddenly go away strikes me as somewhat naive. Though I think the intentions of Israel and the Trump administration were good here. Intentions. What's that cliche that's saying? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So I don't know if it will hold, and Hamas is a problem for now, and I think it's going to continue to be a problem.
All right.